Gemini. Hey, Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising. This is your reading for September. So obviously this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate. Take what does, leave what doesn't. Whoop, whoop, the sun. Okay. Right, this is awesome. Oh. I jinxed that. Not that it's not awesome, but this one wanted to come out too. Oh great, you've got David Bowie and the sunshine topping it and ending your reading, which is a magnifique if you ask me. A little bit of a whatever going on in here at the minute, but right, let's see. So the sun anyway is a fiery climax approaches. Gemini, what are you doing? Right. There is what is going on? Just give me a sec. I need my thing as well. Now, Rico Soiree over here is kind of, you know, all tricks and kind of angel of the universe. You're being encouraged to expand your thinking. Interesting, because your opposite sign, Sagittarius, also got that. Now, Gemini's a great thinker, but Gemini energy can kind of get too stuck in a certain way of thinking, or it can be too kind of like round in the same circle. Sometimes just, you know, there's a tendency towards that. Sometimes. So you're being encouraged to expand your thinking. So you are being encouraged to think outside of the box. Now, I don't know what this is in relation to, but for some reason, I think it's a relationship, and yet I see no water here. So what is going on? There is something about you being totally fine by yourself in doing, whether that's, you know, being single, or whether that's career-wise, or, you know, without friends, without family, whatever it is. You are fine by yourself, going along, shining bright like a star, with this magnificent sun crown on your head. You are the bee's knees and you're grand. You know, you don't seem to want for more, or you won't seem to want for more. You have an expectation of something though. The expectation, you're expecting heartache. Why? Why are you expecting heartache? You're expecting something to end. Is it from, now this isn't actually a person, but in this deck it does really look like a person. Are you expecting this person to end things? Are you expecting, because there's an end. Is this an end to your singleness? Is this an end to you doing things by yourself? Is this and I guess end is probably the wrong word, actually, because there is no ending here. It's more like being hurt. You're hurt by something. You have an expectation of being hurt, and so that's why you're fine alone. But it seems like that is ending. Anyway, okay, let us see what this is. What is this magician? What or who is this magician? What are they doing there? Because the magician is an alchemist. The magician can completely transform. Interesting, actually. The magician can completely transform what's in their mind to the tangible. They have mastered, let's say, one of the laws of manifestation, while as above, so below. So things like positive thinking, kind of getting control of your thoughts, which is interesting because you've got the Seven of Wands here, and the Seven of Wands is kind of, it's about kind of like having to stand up to your bullies a little bit, or stand up to people who are against you, who have different ideas to you. You have to kind of, what's the word? Protect yourself a bit, but it's not this protect, it's kind of like, no, I'm standing up, I am standing up to you, and I'm telling you this, and I disagree with you, and I disagree what you think of me. And I feel like this could be to do with your thoughts, or it could be to do with if this is an actual person. If it's your thoughts, it means that you have negative thoughts coming in, perhaps, or thoughts that are keeping you at a certain level. And you need to stand up to them, because you are being encouraged to expand your thinking. And if you have an expectation that you're going to be hurt, that really requires that you change your thinking. But I feel like this way of, I feel like if this is for a single person, if you're single, I feel like that's what's coming to an end. But the way that that's coming to an end, meaning you're no longer going to be single, because this is Aries, which is all about the self. The opposite of the self is the relationship, which is in Libra. Like, it's like there's someone waiting for you on the other side, right? You are fine. You are fine. But there wouldn't kind of like a relationship be nice, but you expect to be hurt because obviously you've been hurt before, and you like being single. You're fine being single, or it's worked out for you. But there is someone there, but it's just like, everything's fine. It's not like you don't like being single, but wouldn't it be nice? Why does this, keep coming up? The Nine of Wands. Yeah, it's like almost there. You're almost there. You're just a bit battered and bruised and hurt by what's gone on in the past. But you can alchemize that. You are being asked, in fact, to alchemize that. This is that's your advice. You need to alchemize that hurt, those thoughts that are coming from that pain, that emotion, that situation in the past, that have now seeped into your mind, that are feeding you on this loop of, oh, expect to be hurt, or everyone's going to hurt you, or you're not worthy of love, you're always going to get, hurt in the end. You need to stand up to that and alchemize those thoughts, so that the person who's waiting to come in can come in. Totally understandable that you're a bit battered and bruised by what's gone on in the past, though. But it seems like the energy is now to do that, or now is the time, or you are able to do that now, because there's an end to this way of thinking, or there's an end to you being on your own. And you are being encouraged to think bigger and outside the box, to kind of zoom out and to understand this a little bit more. Now, I don't feel like I want to know, or that there's a need to know what the hurt is. I think we can understand, because you seem fine now. Yeah, okay, well, it's telling us something. Anyway, you had to leave something behind that you hoped would work out, and you left it alone. You had to leave alone and start on your own again, and you had to grow into something and create something for yourself, which is this magnificence here. I mean, look at this just again, look at that magnificence. Like, the two of them. Who does not want to be that? Like, you got it going on. Boom. Yeah, I think you've got it going on, and there's someone just kind of waiting for you on the horizon to, seems to be kind of like the last piece of something, you know? It's the last piece. The Knight of Wands, yeah, it's the last piece. You're gonna, this is the last piece, and you're gonna go at it, and you're gonna go at it strong, like. Whatever comes from this, it's going to take, it's going to be a bit of a back and forth. It's not a straight line to kind of, to do this. This is potentially a long time, or there's potentially years here of this hurt to have become embedded in your being. So it's not just going to happen overnight that, oh, right, suddenly now I'm healed and my thinking is different. There's going to be a bit of a back and forth, but you're well able for it, and you're going to take it straight head on. You're so able for it right now. You're in a position of power. You've done something by yourself, and this is going to send you off on a new trajectory. Yeah, and here we go again. It's kind of like the back and forth, the one step forward, two steps back, and it might be like that for a little while, but it does send you off on a new trajectory. This way of thinking is going to close out. This being alone and feel. It's not even the just being alone. It's the feeling that I need to stay alone because I'm going to get hurt. I expect to get hurt. That's going to end, and there's a new trajectory that takes off, and we are then in the Emperor. And like, you're so empowered. Like, you're just so empowered. It's the last piece of the puzzle, and it's going after what you want. It's also someone else just waiting there for you. This is taking charge of your thoughts. This is taking charge of the rest of it. You are not being dictated to by a past hurt anymore. In this big, huge, grand scheme of things here, it's so insignificant, yet it's doing a lot. It's doing a lot of heavy lifting for some unknown reason, like, and there's really no need for it to be there. If this isn't you being single, it could just simply you being doing things on your own, like not asking for help because you expect to be let down. And so you're very independent, like independent. Like, there's so much independence here. It's almost like there's like, where is the only other thing you have here, like, has a couple in it or has other people in it, is the Seven of Wands. Now, it looks like they're getting on there in this particular deck. However, the Seven of Wands is the, like, having to defend yourself against someone else dominating you. I don't think you like to be dominated. I think you like to be in control, which is the Emperor. And I think that you will be coming from a place of dominance now once you heal this. However, it's not like an unhealthy dominance. It's more kind of like a position of strength and power, that you won't be led down that road again of believing what someone else says about you, or believing, or, you know, taking on board their actions towards you, their negative actions towards you. It's no longer going to define you, and you're going to rise up like this really specific. So Temperance is under the deck, so that's balance and healing. And I just want to round it off with this. I think this is an unreal reading, probably the best of the whole zodiac that I've done. Oh, this one flew out. You are amazing. You are amazing. I can see it. You are so bloody amazing. Unreal. Grounding. I feel like that's what this is, because this is like tying in with the magician of going, my thoughts are echoed in the tangible. And you kind of need to get out of your head a little bit with these thoughts. You need to make tangible new thoughts. It's kind of like, get out of this way of thinking. Get it, yeah. Get your feet on the ground about it. They're like, it's not reality. It's not real. Those thoughts aren't real. You need to get into the ground. And it is, look, one step at a time, which is the kind of back and forth thing. I just want to read the amazing. You are amazing. And how could you not be? You are unique. You cannot be compared to anyone else. Let your light truly shine. Anyway, Gemini, that's your reading. Wow. I hope that resonated for at least someone, because that's spectacular reading. Good for you and good luck. Thanks.